Master of Orion gameplay. This is the video game Master of Orion. It is similar to Civilization 5 or Civilization 6 or that series of game. It's nearly identical. There's only a few minor differences. I want to tell you that Master of Orion is a very well done game. I really like it. The graphics are nice. The audio is nice. The music is nice. It's missing a few features, and it has some features that Civilization doesn't have. And overall, I think that because this is a free game, and Civilization might cost you $40, $50, I think you should strongly consider playing this game. I guarantee you that if you like the game Civilization, you're going to love this game. So the main difference is that instead of having property surrounding your city, you have a planet, which is shown here, and you have all the property orbiting or on the surface of your planet. And this would be a list of all the structures over here. Very well done. I like the way you can move the people around. You just grab a person and move it to another position. And it's got the warships. It has soldiers, troop carriers. You have colonies. You have to settle a colony. And it's mostly routing on its own. You don't have to route, like usually when you play Civilization, you usually play one tile at a time. With this one, you're not going to do that because you're going to be moving long distances. It's very easy to play. It's a little bit annoying trying to zoom out because for some reason it kind of gets stuck over here, and you'll sit here being like, come on, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. And then when it zooms out further than you want it to. I don't know why they did that, but that's what it is. This is obviously a report of all that's happened. This is a list of all of my planets, which is a lot better done than Civ. Like if you want to pay to do an improvement, you just click on it over here. You want to go to a city, you go over here. They're all alphabetized, and if you look, for example, at this one over here, Tigris D and Tigris D and Tigris D Prime, they're all in the same solar system. So you can click on one and you can go back and then go to the neighboring one. And if you go next this way, you'll see over here that they're the neighboring colonies. So it's easy to move around.
Research continues as...
This is the tech tree. The tech tree is actually quite elaborate, and it's just like Civilization. There's certain ones that are really exciting that you really want to get, like the battleships and the artificial planets, things like that. And then you've got diplomacy. You can trade.
This hearing.
It's pretty much the same as Civilization. It's going to be nearly identical.
Let us.
You've got, I think the characters are well done. I don't know how many characters there are total. And you have city-states. These are city-states that I have found. You see, well, the planets are all the same. There is espionage. These are my spies, and they go on missions. So you would click on a spy, and for example, I will infiltrate this civilization, and now he's working on it, and it will tell me when he's done. And they can do things like steal the charts, hacking, which disrupts research, steal technology, destabilize relations, take out a foreign leader, revolt the colony, contaminate the food supply, sabotage a structure, etc. So in Civilization, you have great leaders. You have the same over here, but for some reason, they don't come along very often. I mean, look at all the colonies I have, and my fleet has got to be like 30 warships. I don't know. It doesn't say how many warships I have. And this is all I got. And I only pass on like 3 of them. These are the blueprints. You can customize your warships. Like I could go over here and edit, and I could add something. And as long as it's within the allotment, like this one right here is within the allotment. Surprised I didn't add it. And this one here is within the allotment. So you're making your own custom ship. And you can have torpedoes, you can have bombs, you can have laser weapons, etc. And you can focus on defense, you can focus on attack. You know, it's your choice. You know, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the Doom Star. This is what it looks like. And some of them have multiple designs. For example, this is the other cruiser I don't have. I got rid of it. But I will show you what it looks like. You could change it, and there it is. So you've got multiple designs for some classes of ships. These are all the planets in the game, not just mine. So if you want information about somebody's planet, you can click on it. And you can go by civilization. This is my fleet. It's a little bit difficult to use because it doesn't automatically sort it, doesn't remember, but it's easier to use, in my opinion, than Civilization. I've played Civ since Civ 3. It's over 20 years ago. And then you've got the graphs. It's very easy to do. You just click over here and click who you want to add. And you can see I've been building a lot of warships, so I have been excelling lately. So those are the basic menus. And what I'm doing is I'm bombarding this planet. When you bombard, you destroy everything. You cannot occupy. You must destroy the entire colony. And now that it's gone, I can land my ships on it. And I can colonize it. So I'm going to do a bombardment. First, I'm going to get rid of the jump gate. With a jump gate, you can go across a galaxy, which makes it a lot easier. You do have to build them. So here's a situation where my ship is 20% stronger for defense. However, for attack, I'm like 5 times stronger. I'm going to go after this first, the easier target. We're going to get into, obviously, other aspects of the game. I am going to colonize a planet, but it's going to take some time to get there. This warship is considerably stronger. You see when I highlight, mine is on the left, his is on the right. My numbers are bigger than his. Oh, no, wait, I'm not doing that. I am going after the structure. And there is an animation which I will show you. What is this? This is a colony ship. So he's going to go to one of these. Actually, you can see that there's somebody already en route. So he is going to go on to the next one. These are 2 weaker ships. I could try to join them. I'm going to just wait. I'm going to wait a turn. These are the stats you highlight. It does kind of bother me that it's very small to read. I mean, you got this huge screen, and they make everything so small. And I understand a lot of you have PCs with large screens. I have a laptop, which is why it bothers me that it's so strong, and I have to sit kind of far away from the screen. One thing I like about the game is I can go to my desktop and I can do something else while the computer is taking its turn. I did have the game crash on me once. I had been playing for like 24 hours. It got up to like 7 gigabytes of memory. The game crashed. But it's not that big of a deal. It's a minor issue. I had a lot of game crashes with Civ 6, unfortunately. Don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, so I'm going to choose production. I don't need to research anything anymore because I have almost everything. So I'm going to move this guy down to here. And this is to transfer goods to another colony. This is research, making money. This is pollution control. This is the orbital stuff and the warships. So I'm going to go with the warship, which is pretty strong. 2,500 is really good. And you can join them together into one fleet. There was a guy who said he had 1,008 warships. A battle with 1,008 warships. So I guess you can make quite a big fleet. I'm going to move this guy down. The other thing I like about the game is even when your colony is very small, you can produce things relatively quickly. You don't have to have, like in Civ, you have to have a pretty big colony before you can get your production running. With this game, even with one guy, you can produce something in a relatively good amount of time. You can automate and say production, research, food, or balance, but there's nothing that says production first, food second. So I've done all of the ones that I want to do. Actually, this would be useful for the 95% to get it higher. So mostly they're just building warships. This over here, you need to open these spaces up using the terraforming feature. It's only 5 turns, and it should open up one spot. This one needs more people, so we use green for food production. I'm going to use 9. I'm sorry, I'm going to use... the other 2 are percentage modifiers, and the one I picked is a fixed modifier. Okay, so we're skipping that. This guy I'm not at war with. But he's like the number 2 guy. I defeated the green one. Okay, so I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to do the animation. So you hit the take command button. And there's 2 animations. There's a bird's eye view, and there is the cinematic view. So what we're going to do is we're going to play. Looks like they're done. Yeah. That's what I thought. You can control the ships. If you don't control it, the game takes over. I didn't lose any hit points. It says 0% damage. So you have to bombard. The shield protected them. It's going to take a couple of turns. This is a colony ship. And I need to go to an empty planet such as over here. And these are warships. What he's going to do is he's going to merge. But I don't want to take a chance at him destroying my ship. So first what we're going to do is we're going to go for the planet defense system, which are the battle stations, the orbital missiles, the missile bases, etc. I only took 2% damage. And now we're going after the ground targets. It includes tanks, marines, the buildings, the energy shield, and the population. So now that the warships are gone, I can take this fleet and bring him with my other fleet, and it's going to combine them together into one fleet. This is another colony ship, and I'm going to go to this one here. So I really do like the game. There is a Sid Meier version called Antares or something like that. Now keep in mind, this is a free game. It's made by Wargaming, which makes World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Warplanes, and some other games. They did a great job. And again, it's free to play. It does not ask you for a credit card, doesn't ask you for any money, doesn't ask you to pay for anything. It's literally a free game. It's not an online game, it's an offline game. Because I'm in 500 turns, it takes a little bit longer to process the turns. And I did forget to do the espionage. So I missed a turn for espionage. Now this guy is in a colony. He's one of my leaders. I want the extra credits, so I'm going to click on this. He just leveled up. So I didn't do my last turn for espionage. We'll do it now. Like I said, it's like a pain to do the scrolling. So over here, doesn't have any technology to steal. So I'm going to take out, try to take out one of their leaders. An example of leader is one that I just showed you that had leveled up. This is alerting me to something that's really important, which is pollution. The number is 53, which means it's increasing. So that's a little bit of a problem. So I don't want to stop construction of this ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the production up to here. And the production and the pollution number is going to go down to 36, 20. You know what? It's going to take way too long to produce a ship. I'm just going to pay for it because I got tons of cash. Problem solved. You can do a queue, but the problem with the queue, this would be the queue, is that it turns it on for everyone. And you might not like that. It turns it on for all of your colonies. So he has everything built. I'm going to move up to here. There is some stuff, some of these things that I would like to build, but not that important. I'm doing well enough in this game that I am going to probably win. This is obviously the normal difficulty level. So he needs to get to, see what a pain it is sometimes to scroll out. He needs to get around this area. I'm going to drive him up to here. And then when he gets here, I'll decide which way he goes. He's going to obviously destroy the military outpost. These are my guys. I don't have shields. Well, those might be physical weapons, projectiles. That's it. It's gone. Took 0% damage. Okay, so that guy is over here somewhere. Maybe he's at Saf. He's got to come out to here. Ten turns. Because of the jump gates. I want to go help out Saltator. I gave her all of my technology, like 30 technologies, and it didn't help her. So this is how you do an upgrade. It's going to upgrade it to the latest technological level, which means that the defensive aspects are going to be better. It's going to be faster in combat, etc. It's going to take about 4 more turns to finish this off. And I will do a big battle. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this game. But there's going to be a big battle because I am going to let the enemy develop. I'm not going to wipe him out, which is going to be the red team here. I'm going to let him explore a little and build up his fleet and do a big final battle. So this guy is Tigriso. And I need to bring him out here. "11 turns. Because of the jump gates, he's going to get there pretty quickly. So there's a spiral system, and there's another type of system, which I think is called cluster. I don't remember. And I haven't played a cluster map yet. Well, here it's telling you whose turn it is. There's 5 levels. I'm on level 3. And that is for espionage. That's for defense. And the higher your level are, the more difficult it is for someone to infiltrate. And over here is your fleet. So I'm 231 out of 314. That's my fleet capacity. If you go over your capacity, you got to pay some cash as a penalty, and it's significant. After White is no player. And there's wormholes. These happen to be next to each other. There's one over here, and there's one over here, and you can jump. I don't know how it's done. I guess it's kind of automatic. It automatically uses the wormhole. I'm going to go after the pink player next. And not a good strategy. It's better to go after the light blue, because the light blue cannot attack my territory, but pink can. Or I could go after purple, but he's also going to be a little bit close to my territory. Or I could go after red, because he won't be able to attack my territory. So the strategic is to go after the light blue. But I just want to get the pink guy out of the way. He's annoying me. Sometimes this happens. It's not responding. Yeah, there it is. Just a little bit of a delay. Got an issue here with pollution, but see how it says -2? We're actually doing fine. Pollution is going down, is what it says. Your planets have an individual security level, and the solar system might also have a security level, and all of your empire has. See, it's acting a little funny right now. Oh, this is not good.
Research continues as expected.
Like, this is a bug. It's showing a little white thing over here, and now it's gone. So obviously, terraforming is something that the planet needs to to capture these unused spaces. Move one of these guys down. You'll notice there's a value like a 7 and a 6 and a 5 and a 4. That is how much they produce per turn. They start with 1. So as you add buildings, their values increase. This one has little to no food production, so I will have to do terraforming if it's available. Sometimes it's not available, and I don't know why. Maybe you need to do the radiation feature, but it looks like I don't have the radiation thing either. So that's one of the things I got to figure out, why I can't use the terraforming. This would be for your security level, which is 3 out of 5. There's no wonders like you have in civilization, and there's no social policies. The other thing that happens is with civilization, you have experience for a warship, but in this one you don't. In this one you have like different modules and weapons and things like that you can upgrade, but it's not experience. It's upgraded through the tech tree. When you are going after planets, you want to have a large number of bombs. Bombs are only used against planets, and you can only use bombs. So what I'm doing here is nobody can build military outposts over here, but what we can do is a surveillance system. So I am building my surveillance system around the wormhole so I can monitor their ships. And if they go to war with me, I will find out right away. This only has 11, so it's going to take like 4 turns or more. I did make a blueprint that had lots of bombs so that I could use it to go in and take over planets. However, I'm probably not going to use it. Looks like we got to get around this way. So I'm going to head out to here. It has the same features as civilizations, such as alliances and open borders. Negotiations. This has no planet, so I'm going to build the surveillance system. We're not going to get any big battles, and the reason why is because I already decimated his fleet. Eventually, we'll get to some. It's going to take a while. This is my starting planet, Sol 2. This is what's called a space factory. He can build in space. Maybe he does repairs also, I don't know. It's a colony ship. So he is going to go here. These are warships. You want to head out to here. He's only got 5 left. The triangles are ships. And my monitoring system, you remember I was doing it around the wormhole? Was putting up my monitoring system, my satellites. They can see some of the enemy ships like these red triangles. They're within range of one of my monitoring stations. Along with over here, I don't know why there's a white triangle over here, because there's no white player. And that's why I don't see anything way out here. Oh, there's another wormhole over here. I never explored the bottom over here. I acquired it from another player. So I ended up discovering the purple player late in the game. I will say that the key to winning is to scout as quickly as possible, meet as many players as possible, and trade for technology, build the espionage, steal technology. And then that was when I finally got ahead. So we got a problem where there's too much pollution. It's 53 per turn. So this is food, and I am going to switch to this one. And then I'm going to pay for it. It's 150 per turn versus 50, so it's going to start cutting the pollution. Now this needs to be terraformed, but sometimes the option isn't here, and I don't understand why. No pollution value. Level 4 for security, which is pretty good. I'm going to build a warship. All the warships, if you create your own warship, it'll show up over there. That's pretty fast. 35 is pretty low. I think the lowest I saw was 24. This is a troop transport. That's not a troop transport. I don't see the troop transport. This is civilian transport. That's how the settler goes out to colonize a new planet. These are like missile defense systems. So occasionally you go through here and pay for anything that is relatively cheap. Anything that's one turn, it's better to pay for. Like this one's 1 turn, better to pay for it, I think. Or maybe if it's 2 turns, I don't know. Scrolling is a pain. I hate the way it's scrolling. They need to fix that. $12,000. That's crazy. I could have paid for it too. Oh, so here's my Doom Star. It's 15,000. I haven't finished building it. As far as I know, you can only build one because I haven't seen an option to build another one. This guy is actually locked in. He cannot leave because he has to go through enemy territory. And this guy's locked in too. I have to fight with these people in order to get out of here or build a jump gate. But if you build the jump gate, you lose your military defense. I'll have to take another turn. He's going to join up with the other fleet over here. Going to colonize. There's different animations. There's about 5 different animations. It's a warship. So he's got to connect with the rest of the fleet. You notice that, like over here, it's orange, and this character is orange, and over here it's green, and there's a green player is defeated. Some of the icons are a little bit confusing. It's actually me, and I wish that it hadn't done it that way. It's supposed to mean food and production. Tell you, the audio is really good. I just bought new earphones because my old ones were in poor shape, and the audio quality is really good. So we'll go over here and hook up with this guy. Made a colony ship, and I can't leave. If I try to leave, I can go here, but if I try to go anywhere else outside, like here and here, I can't go. So he's going to join up with the other ship. Oh, no, he's not. He's over here. He's going to join up with the other ship. And they're going to create a defensive system. I have planets here, so there's new options. I could build a jump gate. I'm going to check out and see where I am. I think a jump gate makes sense. You want the jump gate towards your allies and the military outposts towards the enemy. So we'll go with the jump gate. Forgot to choose a production. Just going to go through and check. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult to scroll through. These guys are captured all by the same guy. And all you got to do is click over here.
This hearing is an unpleasant.
I'll take it. He's got technology I don't have. Can only do one prisoner at a time. Looks like I'm going to get them all back.
Let us hope this exchange proves more lasting than the previous one.
Yeah, same value. Okay,
Let
that's
us hope
it.
this exchange proves more lasting than the previous one.
It looks like a good exchange.
Let it.
So they did a good job with the characters and with the audio. I really like it. These guys are defending my colony, and when they get to a higher level, I will send them out to do more difficult tasks. One thing I don't like is sometimes I have a fleet that doesn't get his turn. So you gotta check, like, see this one says stationed? This one I can use. So I am gonna take my turn with this one. Is this guy leaving or something? So I showed you a small battle. We're going to get into a bigger battle, hopefully, at some point. Maybe it's not going to be in this video because I really don't want the video to go on for too long. The key to the game is to make as much money as possible. You can I'm going to show you how to switch. It's really easy to do. There is no button that says just make money, but to do food research or production is very easy. There's no golden age, which Civ has. So with one button, you can change your whole entire empire to focus on research, for example. So you see how this says it has one turn left? You could focus on research, get it done faster, or move it to production. It will get done slower. Because I've got most of the tech tree research, I don't mind slowing it down. And I've got all the great weapons. So there's nothing else that I need. I have everything I need. So I can actually slow my research down and go through and get rid of all of the research buildings to save on the upkeep. Okay, so I'm going to show you over here. You go here and you do production. And the other thing you can do is change taxes. See how it goes up? The default is 3. Usually go to espionage first because you don't want to forget, like there's a guy over here who's waiting to do something. So this is a little bit of a higher risk because he's got a good defense system. He's level 5. But I've got, ton of spies. Now remember, I just paid to get a bunch of them back. Where are they? Here's one of them. He's a level 5. So that person is preparing this. I have chosen to go after another civ. And you start the mission. It's going to take 8 turns for my spy to go to his civilization. And then once you get there, you can go to an individual planet. There's 1 colony per planet. These other guys that are waiting, their numbers are too low, so I'm not going to send them to the risky location. These guys can move down. It can be a little bit hard to place sometimes, but it works. Obviously, there are civilizations that are not at war. I don't have the ship yet. I have to build the station in order to build the larger ships. Some of the civs might not be at war, so they might have their fleet intact, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be have the big battle. I am playing on a laptop, so I don't get the best performance. Game's starting to slow down. That means it's probably going to crash soon. The food production is too low because of pollution. However, see, the pollution's almost at the maximum. However, it's reducing, so I don't have to worry about it so much. I can build another pollution. You know, it has terraforming, but there's no free spaces. Oh, there are free spaces, I guess. I'm going to save the game. If the game locks up, it's locked up a few times. There's no indicator that says you saved the game. And I think there's an autosave. I don't know if I just got lucky, but the game crashed and it seemed as though I didn't lose anything. Yeah, the game's definitely slowing down. So I'm probably going to have to stop the video. Obviously, anything that gives you, like this has a percentage, and that has a percentage, and this has a fixed quantity. You want to do the fixed quantity when you have a low population and do the percentage as you get a higher population. So 25% of 4 is 1. 25% of 8 is 2. Once you get to 8, you want to go for the percentages. This is a case where this is going to save me 30% on building a ship, which could be, let's say, 50. So build that and then build the starbase, and then I'm going to save a lot. It's going to be faster to build this before I build the ship. I'll get the ship built faster. This is obviously a new colony. Nothing going on here yet. They're going to build something in 10 turns, which only 2 people. It's pretty good. The production value is good. For example, I could build this in 5 turns. some items like this, they don't have upkeep, so you can build as many as you want and it won't affect your economy. It's difficult. The economy is difficult at the start of the game. This is only one turn. And it will give me 24 gold per turn. The economy is difficult at the beginning of the game because if you start to go negative, it takes away your ships. And after it takes your fleet away, it probably takes buildings away. And there's a few things you don't want to build. So I just did food, but it's not going to matter because it's just going to add more researchers, and I don't want any more researchers. Because I'm building warships, I want to build everything that helps warships, such as space elevator, because the warships are built in outer space. I have problems with lots of games. Over time, the game starts to slow down, but this is a turn-by-turn game, so it doesn't slow down. You're not going to have that type of performance problem. But maybe after you play for like 12 hours, you might have to exit the game and restart it in order to clear out the memory, because it probably has a memory leak, which means that it's asking for information from the operating system, but when it doesn't need any more, it's not giving it back properly, or it's not reusing it properly. It's, you know, it's a coding error. This, if you go in and buy a lot of these over here, this will get to be huge. See all those? The little industry icon means that I paid for it. Okay, so we got a new ship to colonize with. Got a place over here I could go. Oh, with 34 turns, it takes too long. This one I can't reach. That one I could get to eventually. So I'm going to head out to this jump gate. I might have clicked on the wrong spot on the map, and it lost its... I'll have to redo its turn. It keeps showing the same animation, but I promise there's like 7 different animations. I think it depends on what type of planet you're landing on. I'm going to pause the game right here. It's obviously, I'm probably going to continue it with the second half. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and it might be the end of the video. Otherwise, I might continue on to the second half of the video.